on the scoreboard?
Yeah, we definitely. That's something Coach Sweeney talked about a lot. I mean, both of those games where we won by less than 3 points, you know, we had a double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter. We let both of those guys get back in the game. So that's something he preached about through this whole week. You know, just putting our foot on their throat and keeping them down. So we went out there and we felt like we had to do that. You know, as a defense, we went out there and held them to no touchdowns in the third quarter. You know, and then our offense, we were able to put up 2 big touchdowns. You know, and just make some plays. So I definitely feel like we had to go out there and do that. You know, to just show that we this is not luck. Nah, I mean, we're a pretty good team.
What happened on the 2 touchdowns?
On the 2 touchdowns, it was just a miscommunication on the back end between some guys, and they capitalized on it.
How much time do you spend this next week on that, or do you just let it go? It's such a different offense.
We definitely have to spend some time on that because they're gonna try to do some of the same things. They're gonna try to do little trick plays. You know, see if we're lined right. You know, see if guys can mess up on the back end and have a miscommunication. So we definitely going to attack those things because we feel like BC's going to watch that game and they're going to see that, you know, we had a few times where we didn't communicate good and guys were wide open. So I definitely feel like they're going to try it. So we're definitely going to attack that more in practice.
When you go home tonight and you think about this game, is it going to be more about the low number of rushing yards or those 2 big plays?
It's just going to, I mean, I'm going to enjoy this win. First of all, I mean, I'm not going to think about any of it. I'm just going to enjoy this win, you know, that the team got. You know, when we come in tomorrow, you know, Coach V and the guys, you know, we'll all get together and then we'll talk about those things that went wrong and then we'll attack that in the week. But, I mean, as of right now, I'm just going to enjoy this win. Last year, we had a pretty good game. And obviously, Coach V knew that we can tweak some things and have an even better game. So, just rolling with it.
What was it like for you, for example? What was the major difference for you? Anything significant? Or?
Nah, it really wasn't a major difference for me. I mean, just a few things I was reading, just a few things I had to read this game, you know, rather than what I did last year. Me and the safeties, you know, tighten down our alignment a little bit, you know, and it definitely just helped us.
Seems like you guys got that total team effort that you need against this offense. You had Don and Shaq in the backfield, you making plays, Tankersley, O'Daniel had a big game. Just talk about the collective effort you guys had tonight.
That's just us, you know, we go through practice and we hold everybody accountable, whether you're a starter or a backup or a third team guy. We're going to hold you accountable. So if your number's called, you have to go out there and step up. I mean, Dorian had a great game. You know, he was ready for it. You know, he had to step up and get in the game, and he showed out. So I mean, we just hold each other accountable. You know, if you have that job, do that job good. We're going to do our job good. And I think just as a collective group, we did that. And that was the outlook of the game.
Shout out to K-Dog, man. Hey, real quick, speaking of being comfortable, you seem to be comfortable in the open field tackles. You seem to be comfortable chasing the guy down. Is that something that you take pride in as yourself, or is just, you know, you just seeing you playing a role for your team, or are you seeing that, you know, I'm a safety that I always make the open field tackle, or nobody's going to get a deep ball on me?
Yeah, I definitely feel that way. I feel like if I'm going to consider myself as one of the best, I have to make those type of plays. I have to make those tackles in the open field because, I mean, if you're the best, you're going to make those tackles. I mean, you don't see guys like Ed Reed going and missing those tackles and Cam Chancellor missing those tackles. So I feel like if I want to be known as the best, I have to go out there and do what the best do, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, and also chasing players down. I mean, you seem to, if a guy's all the way across the field, you're like, hey, I can still get to him. A lot of guys kind of shy away from that, but you seem to kind of take pride in humping the guy down. Is that also the case?
Yeah, I mean, just keeping my motor running, you know, knowing that I have to go full speed every play for my team, you know, because at the end of the day, if I'm not going full speed, how could I ask the other 10 guys to go full speed and give their all for me? I just feel like that's what I have to do, you know, for my guys on the defense to look up to me and, you know, respect me as a football player.
Perfect, you got it.
You looked like you were in the zone in that first half. 3 tackles for loss. Did you feel like you were keyed into what Georgia Tech was doing offensively?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I was keyed into what they had to do, you know, just from film studying, you know, Coach V put me in the right place to make those types of plays. I was keyed in, you know, because I feel like what they did to us last year was an embarrassment, and I feel like we were a better defense than that last year, so I feel like we had to come out there and put our foot on their throat right away.
You feel like, you know, what happened in this game last year, you feel like you guys made a statement today?
Yeah, I definitely feel like we made a statement today. You know, just coming off such a big win against Notre Dame and then coming into this game and having another big win, you know, against a good football team, I definitely feel like we made a statement.
Thanks,